Hello and welcome to another episode of the Last 7 podcast, a Newport-based podcast, and not so philosophical wax regarding the last 7 days. I'm your host, again, Dan Rowley. I'd like to welcome my co-participants for this week, Mr. Justin Cliff.
Hello.
Mr. Antonio Romola.
Hey.
And Mr. Kenneth Trainer, Esquire.
Hello.
Alright, mate?
Yeah, not bad.
Alright, everybody okay?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, I'm sweet. Yeah, sweet, not bad
good,
at all.
yeah.
I'm fine. Got some, got a good load of stuff actually for this week.
Good.
I say a good load, I mean there's enough content, because I know it's sort of a bit sparse, but you've come up here saying you've got a hero of the week.
Yeah.
Good. And
I had a hero of the week. I've got a cunt of the week.
Excellent.
Yeah, and I've got a little video to share. And I've got a worst thing of the week and a best thing of the week.
Brilliant.
We didn't go through all this. We might as well, you know.
Yeah, just do the actual.
When you say you had a hero of the week, do you mean you no longer have that as your hero? You
No,
said
because
you
I
had.
don't remember who it was.
Oh, right.
Brilliant.
Change your mind.
They must have been a total hero.
Alright, Wicked, let's crack on. So China's imposed a ban on celebrities who use drugs. This has most notably affected Jackie Chan's son JC and another actor called Kai Ka, who were arrested last year for possession of 100 grams of cannabis. It's a fair amount of weed that they had. Now China's imposing a ban. What do you reckon?
Banning what their films or whatever they're in.
Yeah, whatever they're in, public appearances on TV.
100 grams?
Yeah.
Is
That's
it
not
just?
a lot, is it?
Yeah, it is quite a
Yeah.
lot, yeah.
Is it? Because it's like herbs, isn't it? Stick a load of herbs in a weighing scale.
Yeah,
and then imagine how much of that herb there must be.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
100 grams.
Oh, shit, that is a lot, yeah. Yeah, we're talking like...
They don't weigh,
yeah.
it
It
doesn't weigh
doesn't
very
fit
much.
in a bag of 100 grams of sugar because it's a lot larger in quantity.
Yeah.
It's like
Size
3
and
mugs
mass.
full, isn't it?
Yeah, they were caught with 3 mugs full of cannabis. And that, yeah.
That's the best way to store it, apparently.
Yeah, the guy who gave us a tour around Hong Kong, he was disgraced by it.
Really?
Yeah, we went to the top of this building where you can see the perfect view. It's called, and it's like the highest viewing point. We went up there. and
Even
there's
though it
loads
says so itself.
yeah, exactly. I mean, like I said last time we spoke about it, everything is literal. So, it was. And there's loads of pictures of Jackie Chan up there and stuff. And I was like, oh, cool, Jackie Chan. And he was like, no, not cool. Not cool at all. I was like, what? I was like, Jackie Chan is like, isn't he like a national hero? And he was like, not anymore. Not since his son got caught with 3 mugs of cannabis. He obviously didn't say 3 mugs of cannabis, but no, he was turned away from Jackie Chan. Yeah.
And now you can, see what used to be the perfect view. But,
no longer.
Is it exclusively like Chinese celebrities or their children that they're excluding, or is it
I don't
anybody?
think Jackie Chan's excluded through.
Just his son.
Yeah, and I
But
think
is it anybody like so?
Yeah.
Like like you can't buy a Rolling Stones record because.
You might be able to buy a Rolling Stones record. I think it's maybe if they're advocating drugs at the moment. I know Snoop Dogg was mentioned in the article I read. Snoop Lion,
really?
sorry. Yeah.
Snoop
Lion.
Yeah.
He's been Snoop Lion for a couple of years,
Yeah,
mate. He
yeah,
converted to Rastafarianism and recorded a reggae album.
No way.
Way, mate. Yeah.
Well, he was Snoop Lion.
Snoop Dogg, Snoop Lion.
Yeah. He was Snoop Doggy Dogg.
Who
Snoop
knows
Dogg and
where he's
Snoop
going to
Lion.
go? Snoop Dragon next, and he
Right,
goes
yeah.
mythical.
Yeah.
Oh, Snoop Dragon, like from the Clangers.
Yeah, and they play, they play a lute, and he does old medieval rap.
Yeah.
Snoop Dragon.
That'd be awesome.
What about films where they glorify the act of drug taking and stuff?
Like what?
I don't know.
How High with Red Man.
Yeah,
Method Man.
yeah. Harold and Kumar get the munchies.
Judge Dredd.
I don't think they advocate. I don't think that's an advocate.
Wow, they make it look pretty cool, don't they? With that drug that
slow-mo.
slows everything
Yeah, they
down.
do. Yeah, they do make it look great.
Very cool, but it is a fictional drug as well, so that'd be weird if they banned the fictional drugs as well.
I think the problem though is that because they're in the limelight all the time for like younger people as well, they're like idolised by younger people. So
Yeah,
kind of that whole thing of it's like it's a bad idea if they idolise you and they know that you do it. And they know you do drugs, you're just encouraging it.
They don't idolise you because you take drugs though. For a lot of the time, do you know what I mean? They idolise you for other reasons. And
I know that.
You might happen to take drugs.
And that is
but unfortunately, in their positions, they set an example in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do
but
you
that's
think that's a responsibility for somebody? Do you think that's a celebrity?
Well, they
Or
say that that's their responsibility as celebrities, like people that are adored by younger people. They need to kind of set a good example for them as well because
You agree with that?
I think it's something that comes with the job probably. Like they have to just accept that they need to be careful and hide it. If anything, they
But why should my personal freedom, not my, but why should one's personal freedom be, sort of hampered by what other people think you should be doing? Like,
But then
you
I
should be an
guess-
example. No, you like my music, you buy my music, for instance.
Well, then maybe they need to like give some sort of like announcement, like to the public. Just because I do this, kids, doesn't mean you can, follow suit.
Yeah, just
I'm a bad man for doing it. I just do it because I'm bad, and I shouldn't be doing it.
But that's not true. You can't. That's.
No, I know. No.
Oh, that's funny.
I don't
The
know.
question of tone that we've got is on a similar line. So we'll get to that.
Nice.
Yeah, wicked.
Yeah, but going to what I know what you're saying, that these people should hold some sense of responsibility because they're in the public eye so much. But China's solution to that problem is essentially just throwing a blanket over it and hoping that people don't see it anymore and all that kind of stuff. That isn't really a way of preventing it. It's just by saying, "Oh, don't look at it anymore," and it'll disappear. I get what you're saying. I kind of agree.
It's
as well
like
that you
extra.
do.
I kind of
it's like
agree,
extra
mate.
punishment against the guys as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, prison can't
Opportunity.
teach you good enough, so yeah, no TV appearances for you.
Oh no! Now I'll have to deal with my legions of fans in other countries that aren't as oppressive as China, and and my millions of dollars and my massive house.
Yeah.
Damn it!
I got a video. Do you want to see it now?
Yeah, go for it.
So I picked this mainly because I thought it would freak Tone out.
Oh, great.
It's brilliant, but at the same time, it's proper wrong. It'd be better if you got it up on a big screen.
Okay. Well, Ken will do that now, and obviously we'll chuck a link up to it. So we'll do that right now, and then come back to us when we finished, and we'll discuss it. So what the fuck was that?
Oh Jesus, man! Fucking hell, she looked
Over
possessed or something.
Over some chicken McNuggets.
Yeah, they don't serve chicken McNuggets after 10:30 p.m. apparently. Fuck me.
Big
I
mistake.
found it. Somebody posted it on Facebook, and
10:30 in the morning, isn't it?
Yeah,
No,
it's
is it?
10:30 a.m. Yeah. That's what it
oh
says.
really? 10:30 a.m.
She's too early for them.
Holy shit! Yeah, and then the rest is history.
She definitely woke up on the wrong side of the bed. That was.
That's an understatement, if ever I've heard one.
What do you think is wrong with her?
Oh God!
She's obviously severely mentally ill.
The way
Yeah.
What
she's.
was the line?
Don't make me assume my ultimate form. She says halfway
and did
through
the guy
that
say,
tyrant.
"Did you just hiss at me?"
Yeah, and she goes, "I'll do more than hiss at you."
Yeah,
Gets out the car,
Yeah.
gives him a couple of punches in the face.
No, it's a lass, isn't it? At the front at the desk first of all.
No,
She's doing
no,
that.
no, it's a guy.
it's a
It's a guy with a
woman. It's a
ponytail.
I like the fact that he had to just grab her by the hair and pull her.
Yeah.
No, that's a weird psychology. Pull her in. Into the...
No, he just wanted to inflict pain upon her because she was freaking the fuck out of
Well,
him.
no, he's just like, I gotta stop this woman somehow. Like, just grab the hair. And she threw something through. I thought she shot through the window when it first
No,
went in.
I
so
don't
when
know
it
what
was
that
such
is all
force-
over the window.
Oh,
if
is
that's
that blood or if that's
ketchup,
ketchup?
or
But it
whatever that
really
is.
added to the effect.
But yeah,
of it.
like we said, the best thing is the end when the next customer just pulls up. Like you would, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
you
Like
think
you
you'd
would.
run out of your car by that point, or like fucking reverse
Oh,
out.
no, definitely, mate. All I'd have done is sit back, like just recline my seat a little bit, lock all the doors,
Yeah, but that's not going to help.
just make sure.
She's a window smasher, mate.
Oh, yeah,
blatantly.
totally, that's right.
Fucking hell.
That's right, just rolling up and everything. I had the extra large.
Yeah.
Big man.
Yeah.
What is your fucking
Sir,
problem?
sir, I'm afraid we are closed for business right now.
Oh, this is bullcrap,
Yeah,
you son of a bitch.
I did.
It's a good job this window's already broke or I'd break it for you, you fat asshole. God
Yeah. What the hell is wrong with this bitch?
Do you think she just wanted to scare the shit out of him, but out of the
I
guy
think
by
she
saying,
No, mate.
by saying I'm going to
really
assume my
wanted-
natural form? Like by saying
Wow.
that, she must
I
have
think
been
she just
trying.
really wanted chicken nuggets, mate.
What do you think that means?
I think she
I'll
was
assume my
cannibal.
ultimate form.
Don't she threatened him with it. Don't make me assume.
Yeah.
Maybe she would have.
Just like,
I was thinking like that. Like
She's a goddamn succubus.
Maybe she would have turned into a McNugget or like
a giant chicken, just fuming. Give my chicken! Give me my chicks back! I want my chicks back! Just rip the roof off the McDonald's, breathe fire in there.
Yeah.
Chickens breathe fire?
This one does.
and then you
fucking
just see
hell.
a chicken just run away from the like drive-through, like
Yeah, you-
covered in ketchup
You can
and
research
glass.
further and see like kind of their prison snapshots, in custody snapshots when they're holding the
Yeah.
plaque, and you can see her there. She's mental.
I'm gonna go for mentally ill or under the influence of something or other.
Yeah,
Both.
Or
So
both.
we can't really. Well, we're not picking on her. We're not admiring
No,
her. I think we're
I'm
just
saying
purely...
I'm saying it was amazing. It was incredible.
She had severe munchies, mate. So that
Yeah, yeah.
That never comes out. This
No,
is you in
no.
your celebrity status. This is you like having a go at cannabis. Is this what it is? Too? Or just having severe munchies after having loads of spliff smoke coming out of the throat hole.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
imagine
it's
that making it onto one of those America's Most Dangerous fucking incidences with this was caught in a McDonald's in Ohio.
I'm surprised I haven't seen it before. I'm surprised I haven't seen Sheriff John Bonnell.
Yeah.
She won't be eating many nuggets in jail.
In jail.
Do you remember the show, the British emergency shows? Remember that night? Was it called 999?
With Michael Burke.
And it was like they'd have recreations of
Yeah.
I hated that. There's one. Speaking of recreations, there's an advert on TV at the moment.
Tom's never seen it.
Oh, you haven't seen
I'm
999?
not sure.
Remember 999?
999.
Not
But it's from our-
recreations,
It's from our childhood, mate.
But was it recreations or did they show you actual footage?
No, it was recreations.
No,
Otherwise,
recreations.
these are just well-placed camera crews all over. No, it was
And this is
it was
in the 90s
recreations.
as well. So
Yeah,
it wasn't
yeah.
that much,
Before
like-
And
camera
what was
phones
it?
and
What
stuff.
was it about? Like,
It was about real life emergencies. There was one. It comprised of like all terrible acting, as reconstructions do. For some reason,
It was like
if you're in a
Crime Watch, but there was
reconstruction-
no crime. It was just
Yeah.
unfortunate.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
this lad who buried himself up, or his mate buried him up to his waist in sand to try and impress some girls. And I remember it. I was I was watching it with my cousin, and they were like, Antonio and Justin were out that night. And they wanted to impress some girls beforehand. Cut to Antonio and Justin. Oh, you fancy her, don't you?
Yeah.
Like, I know what'll impress them. I'll bury myself up to my waist. I don't know how old these kids were, like 8 or something.
Yeah.
I know what. I know
And then
what.
what
I'll-
happened? Did the tide come in?
myself
Yeah, the tide
up to
came
my
in, yeah.
waist. Oh, and then the tide came in.
Yeah.
And did they get out or?
Yeah.
And what was
They
the
got out.
purpose of the show? Do you think just to
go, look, don't bury yourself up to your waist
Yeah,
in sand.
don't do these things.
Don't
They
ride a
want-
motorbike quickly or you'll get a fence
Yeah, I was
post
going to
through
say
your
they
fucking
want
leg.
all
Yeah.
about burying yourself in sand.
So what are they trying to say? The ambulance might not get there.
I
on
don't
time?
know because that
Well, they're
was
saying that this is what can happen. Be careful. Be aware. You might not think that.
There was loads of different ones. I
Yeah.
think that as an example has confused you, but there was like
yeah, because there was American version as well, wasn't there?
911.
Was there not one with
911.
was there not an emergency type thing with William Shatner?
What?
Was there not one with him when he
I
was?
got a
it was
feeling
him
now.
at the start.
I've got a feeling I remember that because I'm thinking. All I'm thinking of is
Not-
now John
not-
Bonnell,
not-
who in the cutaway scenes
dunno.
he's just like walking through some policemen.
Yeah, he
Some
wasn't there, but he
policemen.
was like in a garage next to like a parked ambulance, like with with like a fucking like a bomber jacket thing on.
like a big car lot garage. sort of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, and he would just be talking just at the beginning and at the end, just
Yeah.
about.
I don't know. I don't remember that. I don't remember.
God.
I don't remember it.
I'm gonna have to find out.
Yeah, you'll have to find it out, man.
999 was great.
We'll find some 999 for you, Tony. There's some drug stories that now that you're totally anti, they might sort of impress you. People bombing an E before going to the night spots.
Yeah, not getting enough ruddy water.
Yeah, that's
nearly
right.
dehydrating, but not being fine.
Drinking your alcohol spritzes and taking your E-bombs,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
and then they
played
go to
them
hospital.
In school. I'm sure they played some of them in
I
school.
remember
I
seeing
actually remember
some
that
of
in
that in
PSE they played some
Yeah.
in school.
I do remember watching them in school.
I remember one where a guy was drowning in a lake and a dog saved him. Which is like a
So
really
999
specific-
not called at all.
Yeah, no.
Make sure
yeah.
you've got a dog nearby. Like
that's what I mean.
Otherwise, don't put yourself in those situations.
Yeah, don't go swimming unless you've got a
The
dog.
dog.
Dude, we got to get some 999.
I know, with that question. Tone, you worried about UKIP having an MP?
It means nothing to me, really, to be honest.
Have I just said some letters?
Yeah.
Alright, okay.
What does they stand for?
Well, we'll start from the beginning.
UKIP and MP, it's a rap act.
YMC, yeah, UKIP and MP. They're taking over from Run DMC. You now live at the YMCA.
Yeah.
OMG.
Lol. I mean, LOL.
Something to do with politics,
UKIP.
yeah.
United Kingdom.
Yeah.
Independence.
Yeah.
Party.
So what are you asking me?
They have. There was a thing called a by-election where people vote in members of parliament. You have like we're Labour in Newport, but every now and again they have by-elections whereby we as a constituency vote as to who will represent us in the House of Commons.
Yeah.
This happened in Clacton on Sea.
It's basically if
That was
someone leaves or dies or quits or whatever, and it's it's outside the time frame of the general election, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what a by-election is, because it's exactly the same. You're voting for,
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't explain that too well.
the same way.
But yeah, so now UK Independence Party, who are known for their sort of quite right-wing views on immigration.
They might not like you, Tone.
They definitely won't. But if you were to sign up, you would be their favourite.
Yeah.
They've got one. I think they've got one black member who is paraded around like a fucking hero. Of course he is.
Yeah, like a puppet. They might as well shove their hand up his ass and just like wave him out of windows, like Michael Jackson did with that baby. Like they should just they should wave him off balconies and stuff. Just wave him off.
It's the equivalent of what they're doing. Just sending him to Brixton and places and going see.
Yeah,
that's their only point. That's their only point. They might that should be his campaign poster, whatever constituency he's running for. Just like that in a lovely suit. See.
In a way, that is their tweet from One Direction. That is their we're 100% not racist.
Yeah.
Because
Look who we've got.
Look at this guy. He's not white.
He's not white.
So...
And I'm happy to shake his hand.
They've picked a black man with like they've picked a black man with special needs to like
You've added that.
You've added that, mate. You added that bit in.
But I don't want to cut to the chase too early. But yeah, this whole topic involves my cunt of the week. I think it's blatantly obvious who my cunt of the week is.
Nigel Farage.
Yeah, Nigel Farage.
All right,
The
sweet.
Farage.
We'll go for cunt of the week then.
Cunt of the week.
What for?
Nigel Farage for saying that he's looking for quality people to come through to fucking Britain. Therefore, anyone who's got HIV won't be allowed into the country. Like, what the fuck is he doing? Like,
was that before or just after they'd won that seat?
No, it was just after. It was the same because it was
God.
Thursday or Friday. It was that.
Right. Okay.
Is that right? The vote was on Thursday.
That's right.
Yeah, so I think Friday. I think he said it Friday because that was what we were talking about, wasn't it? That he was kind of riding the wave of.
Yeah. So straight
way
away,
too overexcited.
Yeah. I think he was tagging on to Ebola. You know, fucking Ebola shock that's coming out over everything. The fucking
Bill.
I've been worried about it this week.
Bill Turnbull on BBC. What's that dude called from BBC News in the mornings? But is it him? Right, this doctor was on there. Yeah, this fucking really awesome female doctor was on there, and she was like, Ebola actually the breakout the numbers seem really high, but it's in a very concentrated area, and cases that have happened outside of this area have now been contained, and he was like, yes, but couldn't somebody contract it and bring it over without knowing they've got it, and then somebody else get it? And she goes, no, it only becomes contagious when they start feeling the symptoms. And he goes, yeah, but they only need to be in the same room as this person to get it, right? And she goes, well, it works along the way of other similar diseases, so you need like direct contact, or their saliva needs to be in some sort of drink or food that you're going to eat or something like that. You need like really, you need close contact with somebody who's got Ebola in order to... And he was like, well, how come hospital workers have got it then? And she's like, well, because they work in close proximity with people who suffer from it, and they might not have been sure that the ailments they were suffering for are... And it was just like every time he tried to just monger a bit of scare, like, oh yeah, but wait, I heard it's hairy and it eats children as well. Is that not true?
Yeah.
It's just like fucking... So Nigel Farage, I think, was jumping on this whole, right, people are scared of diseases. This'll get everyone to vote for me. I'm going to stop people with HIV coming in. Unfortunately, lots of people have already got HIV in the UK, that's a fucking disgraceful comment and stance on humanity. You appalling fucking human car
That was
crash.
my point about it when we were talking about it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That, like, that would be the next thing? You could see it.
Yeah,
you can see it clearly. We stop people with HIV coming in. The next thing, everyone who's got HIV has to leave.
Yeah.
And then he would say something like, only gay people get HIV, so the gay people have to leave.
Yeah, definitely. That's right.
Yeah.
I like my brown beer not as a rhyming slang.
I mean, he could have been cunt of the week any other week that we've been doing this.
That's right, but we don't want to go for things that are too obvious. I like grabbing sort of little snippets off the internet.
Thing, sort of, that just pushed me over the edge.
Most definitely, mate. Nigel Farage, you are this week's cunt of the week.
Honourable cunt.
This week in 1969, the new 50p causes confusion as it's very similar to the old 10p. I was talking about the decimalisation of currency today with a colleague, and I was talking about it with Ken, weirdly, on the weekends.
Steady on, guys.
Yeah.
Ho.
What?
Couple of beers talking about decimalisation.
No.
You guys had a wild weekend.
There was a guy who formed an anti-septagonal coin league. Because it was, it looked odd. It looked odd. He didn't like it, and they were saying that it was getting confused. I swear to God.
Yeah.
But and there was a guy quoted in the article I read who said, "Yeah, I left 50p in a change in a tip tray for a waiter, 50p, because he confused it with a 10p out of his wallet."
Oh,
and he said, luckily the waiter was dead honest, and he gave it to me back. So.
Really?
Yeah.
He gave it to me back.
Yeah.
Is that what he said?
Yeah. But I love the fact you got this 50p. It was, fuck this. Fucking septagonal.
Yeah.
You're having a fucking laugh.
It was
Coin should be round.
It was the only septagonal coin in circulation apparently when it came out. Trendsetters, that's the Brits with our coinage. Let's go for some best and worst things of the week. Cut it up a bit. This week in history, I'll give you another one in a minute.
Nice.
So yeah, this week, or this last week rather, we recorded a live podcast
Yeah.
at
Trash, which was our comedy port. Trash. Which is our comedy port venue that we made in the upstairs of the project space, an empty shop in Newport. And we had a pie, a pint, and a play.
Awesome.
Daughters of Albion came along, did a play. They were pretty good. On the Wednesday, we did a pub quiz.
Yep.
That was good, and you guys won again.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. 14 eyes this time with our new secret weapon, Llewellyn.
Llewellyn, was Llewellyn good?
Yeah, he got us prime minister. He didn't give us the 9 points that we won by. So
But he gave us a couple of them.
He did, yeah, you're certainly right. He did, man. Three questions on prime ministers.
All effort.
One on James Bond. I said to him at the beginning, any specialist areas that we can definitely refer to you on, mate? And he said James Bond. I said there has not been a quiz in the history of the world that has been formulated without a James Bond question in it.
And there you go. There was some James Bond in there.
Fucking right, there was.
Yeah, that was the long way
it
around.
was tremendous. It was a great team effort again. Ken definitely at the forefront of the brains, man, without question. And then looking for sort of pseudo intellectual agreeance from the rest of the team.
Yeah, he was just like, Ken, just put it.
But no, Ken leading it. I don't think he would have won it on his own. I think he would have had a good chance.
Really?
But yeah.
Where is the last year's trophy? You still haven't put it back through fear that I might steal it?
It's upstairs.
It's upstairs, yeah. When
Right,
you came
so
over.
your turn to have it for a bit.
No, it was just hidden upstairs when you were coming round.
Yeah,
So, and I just forgot to bring it down.
Genuinely, I was going to take it. I was going to steal it and just use that trophy. But I'm glad that I had to make another trophy that was more themed to the trash venue. And I'm glad that Llewellyn took it home.
Here.
Yeah, that was good, man. You guys have got last year's. He's got this year's. Next year, you guys can fuck off and banned.
We're not banned at
You
all.
are. You're not coming back.
Returning champions, 2
not
years
coming
in a row.
back. No, returning. Yeah, returning champions.
Well,
Yeah,
you
you
can't
don't
come
know.
back without your trophy to prove that you're
Yeah, that you're reigning champ.
Well, that's down
I
to Llewellyn.
I might edit you into the PowerPoint quiz presentation that we're gonna do as last year's winners, and everyone has to just like really think about the answer. Like, come on, like they need to go down. Like,
I like how worried you are about a year's
I like
time.
how threatened you are by it.
no, I'm not, because I was threatened last year because I was competing in the quiz.
We just want other people to enjoy the quiz.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, everybody wants everybody to enjoy the quiz. There's no more enjoyment you get out of a quiz than being victorious, though, at the end.
I was loving the quiz.
But we gave a prize for the worst quiz team, which I think was pretty good, booby prize, and we gave the prize for best team name. So, there was enough prizes to go round.
I'm not feeling
I
guilty
totally
for
agree.
this.
No, not at all. Not
You
at
don't feel
all.
guilty because you
Not at all.
blessed
We were
intellect.
smarter than everybody else there. So that's why we won. Collectively.
Modest as well.
Yeah, you're damn straight. No need to be modest with the trophy, mate.
Owning a trophy takes away modesty, doesn't it?
Correct. I just like to see my trophy. I've done a thing.
Yeah. Look at that.
I tell you what, though, you should maybe talk about that.
No, on the Wednesday after the quiz?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did the podcast. We recorded a live podcast. I think a load of good stuff came out of it. I think that it worked with an audience, considering how
really
small
good.
it was. A huge thank you to everybody who stayed. There was about half a dozen of us left, audience members left towards the end, man, but we finished at midnight. So a huge thanks to them. And just to note that the audio is completely unusable, which is which is a right kick in the dick.
Yeah.
Because it was a really, really good thing to have done. So that was episode 17. This is episode 18, and when we do a live one again, that'll be episode 17.
I like Ken's idea of the lost episode.
Yeah.
17 is the lost episode.
Probably the best episode ever.
It wasn't really good.
It was really
Like
good.
some
So we'll do it
And it was
exactly
great
the
with visual
same.
aid as well,
Yeah. Yeah, it was exactly the same. It had to have something like that, man, because of audience participation.
Yes.
And they did. And they were great, and it was all good. I'm just sorry that nobody's going to be able to hear it. But if you
Yeah.
were there, you were part of a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Oh yeah, I mean some of those guest stars you had. I
know,
couldn't
man.
believe.
I know.
I
Yeah,
couldn't believe
He
it.
flew over.
Yeah, I know.
well,
The
Who
US.
knew where Newport was?
No, he was well up for it, champing at the bit. And Lambit was there.
I know.
It was good. It was good of
You
him to
would
do
think that
that.
him and Russell Brand would get on so
No,
well, but
no, famously.
they really did. Yeah, really tore the bar up.
One day we're going to go down for slander. One day we're going to go down.
Slander?
No, I know it's not slander.
Slander
It's
at all.
entirely made up though.
Nice one for that. But when we do,
Oh, what? So
it'll give people might have checked on the internet by now. So yeah, no, you're right. No,
Yeah, you're right. Might as well just not bother with the jokes. edit those out as well. Then. Fuck.
So yeah, that was my worst thing of the week. Obviously, was the recording of the podcast going, really well, and then not having anything to show for it. Apart from a great time. But no, we'll do a live one again. It'll give us the impetus and the motivation to do another one. We'll call it episode 17.
nice.
You know when you fell off the stage?
Oh
Yeah.
Did you do it on purpose?
No.
No way, mate.
no, mate.
Did
No,
you
that's
really
what I-
think
no.
you did it on purpose?
No, I didn't, but someone else did. Someone
Who?
got what?
Who
A
thought
colleague
that?
at work
Yeah.
thought that I fell off
Oh,
the stage
come on.
purpose.
No way. Was that on purpose? What? And
Why?
risk his computer bloody
I
falling
know.
and smashing everywhere? That's why he grabbed his computer. What? You think it'd
You
be
fell
rehearsed
so
that?
No, I
slowly.
don't.
He would
I
have
thought
grabbed the
it was.
computer and brought it down with him. I don't think he would have involved the computer in it if he
Oh,
choreographed
it's
it.
horrible to know that somebody thinks I would do that sort of thing for funny attention.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean?
The
It's
thing is- the
horrible
thing
that
is, I
somebody
don't-
thinks that I'm that
Well,
shallow.
no.
Or I'll just do a crazy fall and pretend it happened on accident. No, I didn't do it on purpose.
I think those
Fucking
little
it.
impulses could come over you sometimes, and you might do little things like that. You're performing on stage.
Yeah,
aren't
it's
you?
normally dressing up and
Yeah.
stuff, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not falling like a right fucking donk off the side of the stage.
into my fucking computer, which
If
is
anything,
also
mate,
Don't
he's
get me wrong,
embarrassed about it.
I
I'm
said
so embarrassed. Yeah, that was
You
that's either the
was.
best
It was
acting I've ever seen you
brilliant.
do.
it was brilliant.
It was a perfect
Yeah.
call, wasn't it? I wish I'd seen it from your guys'
Oh,
perspective because
Laughing so hard.
to see him falling away from me like that was hilarious. But for you guys
Yeah.
to see him fall completely to the
What was
side.
amazing was the effort you put in to do nothing.
What? No.
like he says, I fell so
Everybody-
slowly that he could literally scratch his nose and his arms at the time it took me to fall and hit the ground.
Everybody in the audience could have helped you. That everybody. was
You
in
were
a position to help
closest,
you,
like-
but it was so
Do you know what
funny
Antonio
seeing it
told me?
happen that slowly that
What?
no one
He
could
told me I
move.
was going to help him, but I was laughing too hard at him falling off that stage.
Yeah.
She went so
No,
slowly.
I'm just
Constantly.
glad that my priorities were in the right place and I didn't care for my body, I cared for my computer.
Yeah, well,
Here,
you
here.
fell into a load of bin bags anyway. So bin bags full of rubbish, so you were alright.
As if to make it a bit more embarrassing, you fell in loads of rubbish.
Pretend rubbish though.
Pretend rubbish. What was in it?
Oh, God.
Like valuable items or...
No, it was a load of newspaper and we had to go to the tip today and they would only let us have 5 bags of household waste and George's back of their car was full of all of the bin bags from the week, like
Holy
all the
shit,
fake
so-
bin bags and all just full of newspaper. So we had to tear each individual bin bag open and push the paper through the paper slot on the paper bin. That's my worst thing of the week. It's not actually. My worst thing of the week is a lot more dire than that.
What's
requires
that? What is
doctor
it?
Treatment. Well, I've got a pretty good. I mean, I'm suspicious that I might have worms.
Oh,
Oh, no.
really? You reckon
Why?
I might have got it from Morocco?
I think I might have had it for a while.
Don't tell me that's how my dog's got it, like, because she's just recently got it, no, so...
I think it's more likely that you would have got
Yeah,
worms from the dog.
it would have been
than-
better. Yeah, highly more likely the other way around. I'm pretty sure.
Doesn't
I
this
don't
go?
What,
think
maybe
the dog,
you're licking
the
the
dog
dog's
has
ass
not
or
been
something?
in eating room of my shit.
Have you
So,
been- have you
mind
been
you,
eating
I haven't
dog
been
shit?
in eating. Yeah, good point, touche. Yeah, I don't know. I just felt today was like one of the more obvious days of just feeling like I had a worm up my
Yeah, but
bum.
hang on a minute, how do you know if you, like, because it doesn't affect your shit, is it? Because they eat, like, and you shit less, don't you?
Apparently, you lose weight. Makes you lose weight because they eat all.
Have
of
you
the-
lost some weight? Should you be in the UK?
No, I. Oh shit.
Threadworms, tiny parasitic worms that hatch eggs in and infect the large intestine
Ooh.
of humans.
Ah, okay.
risk of infection spreading is pretty high though. Like within the house, like if a kid's got it.
You've had a shit in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had 2 technically.
But for most people, treatment will involve a single dose of a medication called
Garlic.
mebendazole.
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 I'm not going anywhere near that. Probably meant bloody gay.
My
An
bender's
anal-
hole.
Yeah, no, an anal treatment called my bender zone.
Zole.
My bender's hole.
Yeah.
My
Mebendazole.
bender's hole.
A Swedish homosexual panacea.
Is it in the shape of a big? Is it long and pink?
What's the worst thing that's happened to you this week, Tom?
Worst thing that's happened to me is, you know, the gas cards, you know, your electric tokens, your electric keys and your gas cards. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I went to the spa to top up on gas, and I had a £10 note wrapped around the card, right, ready to give the guy. So I went in there with the gas card, the tenner wrapped around that, and then I decided to pick up like a drink and a pack of crisps or something as well. So I put the card and the £10 note wrapped around it on the counter and said, "Can I have £10 on gas, please?" And then these, and put them on the counter, right? Took the gas card, did his thing, right? And then he said that's £12, 30 something altogether, right? So I put the £2 and the thing to pay for the drink and crisps, knowing that I'd already left the tenner.
Yeah.
And he went, "No, mate," and at £12, I was like, "Yeah, I've given you the tenner." And he's like, "I don't think you did, mate." But he looked like he was unsure as well. And I went, "No, I definitely gave you the tenner. I had it wrapped round it was on the counter, wrapped round the card." And he was like, "Was it?" "No." Yeah, he was like, "Was it?" I was like, "Yeah, definitely, I gave it to you." He goes, "No, I don't think it was, mate." And I was adamant. I was so sure. I was like, "No, and then I was looking on the floor to check that it hadn't actually fallen out of my hand when I was in the process of putting it on the counter, so that he could see me looking that I was genuine, that I wasn't trying to do him over. And he was like,
You were pretending to be genuine.
no, I was just so, yeah, do you know what I mean? Because I was like, well, he's not going to believe me. And I was thinking, right, I'm in a situation now where he can't remember, I'm pretty sure, but there's no way he's going to take my word for it. And then in my head I was thinking, surely shop policy is customers are always right. And I'm telling him,
Yeah, right. If I come down to your stall and say,
this is going on to my next point. In my parents' shop, whenever that sort of thing happens, you have to just accept that you've probably made a mistake. Okay, sorry, that's fine. I'm sorry. Yeah, maybe you're right, maybe it's wrong, but don't worry about it. You know, don't worry about it. They're like, honestly, blah blah, whatever. So in my head, I was thinking, surely he's gonna have to turn around and
Surely
say,
he knows
okay,
that
don't
rule.
worry about it.
Yeah.
And I'm a regular, I go in there all the time. Anyway, in the end, he was like, no. He goes, no, I didn't. He goes, you didn't, mate. And I was like, oh, right, I tell you what. I was like, it's only a tenner. I was like, I'm sure I gave you it, but I'm not gonna stand here and argue about it, because I knew there was no way in hell he was gonna turn around and say, oh, go on, just have it. I just knew, because I
got 4 magic letters for you, buddy.
there was no way he was gonna let me do it, right?
CCTV.
So then anyway, so I left the. Well, I don't know about that. I could have maybe said that, couldn't I? But I
Get
didn't.
back there,
So I
mate.
left the shop and I started checking my wallet and working out in my head what I'd spent that day, what was in my wallet at the beginning of the day, what had gone out. So I was going along, working it out, got home and realised, yes, definitely gave him the tenner. I'm a tenner short, shit. And then I was thinking about it, I couldn't get over it. I was like, right, he's an asshole, because he should have done the decent thing and said, customer's always right, I believe you, blah blah blah. So anyway, the next day, then I wanted to go back there, and I wanted to see if maybe he'd worked out at the end of the day that his take-ins were like
£10
were £10 over, and that maybe he'd be honest and he'd say to me, I made a mistake, here's your tenner, right? So on my way to the shop the following day, where I was gonna if he wasn't gonna say anything, I was gonna say to him, by the way, I went home and I did the calculations in my head, worked out what I spent, and I realised that I was right, that you owe me a tenner. I was gonna say that to him, right? But on my way to the shop, I actually remembered something, which is the best thing of the week, that made the whole thing feel loads better, because I was like, 10 quid, fucking hell, £10 is gone. I remembered that a few weeks before, I'd gone to Top Up Gas and Electric, and the woman that served me actually gave me £5 extra than what I'd actually given on the counter. And I was thinking, when I went home and I realised, when I put the card in, I realised she gave me £5 extra. I remember thinking, shall I go back and do the honest thing? I could go back now and tell her, and she'll love me for it, that I owe her a £5. But I never did. And I thought, well, that's bad karma. I deserve it, and at least it's only £5 that I've lost now, not £10. So that made me feel loads better.
Yeah, but
You're still a fiver down.
And then I
you're
thought,
$5 down for bad karma.
well, yeah, I'm a £5 down.
You're exactly the amount you took from them.
Yeah, exactly. So
down.
I thought to myself, well, that's bad karma. I deserve it, and I made myself feel loads better about it. And then I started thinking to myself, if I go in there again, and he does say to me, I owe you that, am I going to then do the right thing and turn around and go, no, you don't. But
no way do that.
No.
I'd love it if you just, and then you're going to check your jean back pocket.
No,
and
we're
it's going to be
equal.
like a folded.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting to happen.
No, mate, definitely. It was
I thought you were going to go back and say, like, when after you finished going, yeah, and then this woman put a fiver, I thought you were going to go back and go, right, it's not a tenner, but here's the deal.
Yeah.
Ages ago, an extra £5 was put on this card.
Yeah. Well, he gets a proper vendetta with shop people. There's a shop that I quite
Mate, I
like.
haven't really been back there.
No.
Even though
I'm
I know
surprised.
that I kind of deserved
But,
it. I did deserve
but
it. I felt like it, what goes around comes around. I really felt like I deserved that in the end. It
Yeah.
was bad karma for not going back.
The other shop at the end of our street, he went in there, and he reckons the guy. What do you think the guy did to you? He didn't really do anything that bad. The guy was like, he went in and he was like, oh, can I top up gas and electric here? And the guy was like, no. And then he goes, oh, where can I do it? And he goes, oh, it's like all the way down the other
Yeah,
side.
the next
of the road,
nearest
like,
place.
Yeah,
was
like all the way
really
down here,
far.
and then really far away. Yeah. And then he found out you can do it at the post office,
Which was
which
like-
is just down the road.
Yeah.
So he's like, well, I'm not going back there then. Lie to me. and he's never gone back there
No,
since.
actually, I have. I
Oh,
went
have
in the
you?
other day, and when I went in, I asked him, do you do gas and electric now? And he turned around and said, no, we still don't. I said, I did ask you that a long time ago, but you told me that.
Oh, did you
He
ask him
goes,
to?
"Oh,
Did you ask him where the closest one was?
And that was it.
no,
No, I didn't, but I was just curious to know where
Yeah,
he
as I told
did.
you
So I
before,
thought if he
mate.
does, then I'll start going there instead, because then I had a new vendetta against the one that I've been going to.
I do a bit of that. I've still never been back to that shop. Remember on New Year's Eve? Was it New Year's Eve?
I
we went
haven't been
down
back to
there?
that shop. Walked in there,
American
New Year's
Street,
Eve,
whatever.
after work. So I walked into the shop, guy was on his phone, chatting away, saying Happy New Year to his family and whatnot. Alright, of course you'll leave him be.
No, he was for ages, wasn't he? Because I remember you went in and I stood outside and I checked my balance and took some money out of that cash machine, and then I went in the shop and waited with you.
6 minutes without
And
failing on
no,
his phone.
easily
Browsing stuff, everything.
waiting for this guy to finish on his phone call.
Just for the tabs as well, just going in for a quick pack of fags. Walking around. Alright, yeah, we'll see you in a bit. Alright, yeah, Happy New Year as well. Yeah, okay, I'll probably be over tomorrow. Okay, not a problem. Patiently, I thought I was waiting, but it is New Year's Eve. Ba-doop. Phone goes down. Yeah, we're shut, mate.
Seriously.
Yeah, and I went, oh, I'm sorry, it's just what with the open door and like the lights on, and the fact that you didn't mid-conversation go, yeah, okay, sorry, we're shut, we are, mate.
Yeah,
Like at
yeah,
the beginning
yeah,
when you
yeah.
saw me looking at the merchandise I was going to buy, and I went, oh, okay, and I was just like laughing on the way up, and he was like, yeah, well, New Year's Eve, I should have been home half hour ago.
Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah.
On the way, I was like, I'm never ever spending money there again. Cheeky cunt. I should be home half hour ago.
I don't know.
I'm not home. I haven't ordered you to my house with fags when you're supposed to be elsewhere. You're in your shop.
That's so good.
Yeah, and you were there trying to give him money.
I don't know if I ever told you
bizarre.
about this actually. I walked into a shop once and the guy thought he recognised me as someone that had stole from there before. So as I was looking around the shop, he goes, no, you go, mate. Get out. I told you last time. Go. And I was like, what? Did you? I was like, no, you didn't. I was like, no, you didn't. He was like, yes, I know you. I remember you.
Just
He was like,
imagine it.
he was like,
Imagine him
go
standing
on,
there.
go on, get out. I kicked you out last time. You're stealing. Yes. I was like, no. He goes, yes, you stealing. I was like, no, honestly, mate. I was like, I've never been. I was like, this is like the
Honestly,
second
mate.
time I've ever been in here. I was like, and I was like,
Yeah, and you stole the first time.
I was like, no way. I was like, wait, I honestly don't know what you're talking about. And he was like, yes, it's you, for ages, right? And I was like, no, seriously. And he goes, really? He started to doubt himself there.
Oh, brilliant.
Really? Yeah, and he felt really embarrassed. He was like, really? Oh, you look a lot like him, that's all. Is it your brother? is your brother homeless? And I went, I was like,
He thought you were homeless.
yeah. I looked really rough, mate. It was like early Sunday morning. Like I barely like, I went to get stuff for breakfast before I'd even like got myself cleaned up and stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, and then I looked a bit rough, like, and then he was like, so then he went quiet and that, and then I picked what I wanted, went up to the counter, and then he was like, sorry about that, mate, you just look a lot like him, and I was like, oh no, it's alright. I was like, I was thinking that, I was like, I've never only been here once before. I was thinking, he was like, no, sorry mate. But yeah, same weekend, I didn't go back after that.
Good.
I didn't go back.
I was in a Dragon taxi before, and a guy was conversing with me, and he opened with, "Oh, it's you," and I went, "Oh, hey mate, how's it going?" Just thought I'd like had a taxi with him before.
Yeah.
And he just asked me about my family and all, and much like when the guy in Asda asked me, if I was not working in Asda today and why not and stuff and where do I normally work, instead of me going, I think you've got me mistaken for somebody else, which would have ended all of this before, telling him about my wife and kids and all of that, and then at the end, we were about 2 minutes away from my destination, he went, "So, Paul, isn't it?" I was like, "No, it's after all the lies." Dan.
Really?
Yeah.
You were actually talking about your wife?
Well, no, it was
And
like
kids.
I was like, yeah. Sheila and Jennifer is fine. It wasn't like that. It was like, how's the missus and stuff and kid. And at that time, I thought he thought I was maybe still with my ex and whatnot. And so it was plausibility. But like the more he spoke, the more I was like, yeah. Well, that is how it ended because he was like laughing and stuff. And he was like, Paul, and I went, Dan. He went, "Did you work for Dragon Taxis like a year ago?" I said, "No." He's like, "So you're not him then?" I was like, "No." He's like, "Right, okay." It's just we've been chatting for ages. I was like, "I know, man." I just thought, "Oh, I'm sorry, man." It's happened to me loads, man. It's a really unfortunate thing.
Yeah, dude, just say it straight away, like.
We spoke about AA Milne and the profits for Winnie the Pooh would be given to, was it Great Ormond Street?
No, it's J.M. Barrie with Peter Pan.
Yeah, it's Peter Pan.
Oh, right,
it
Peter
was,
Pan.
yeah.
What was the thing about Winnie the Pooh we spoke about?
I wasn't here for that one, but I've listened to it, but I can't remember.
Damn it. Anyway, this week in 1926, AA Milne first publishes Winnie the Pooh. Pooh's first story, yeah. On a quest for honey.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a shame we couldn't work out what it was we were talking about before, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
Because it was
well.
like that fact would have been so...
What
the fuck?
Yeah, I love the fact you got it wrong from the start, but...
No, we did, yeah. We'll get rid of that. This week, in 1878, the Edison Electric Light Company begins operation. Thomas Edison, Tone?
Yeah?
Over 1,000 patents to his name, the light bulb, phonograph.
Not the 20th century, though.
Oh, it's not. You're totally right. Yeah. I beg your pardon.
Too
Sorry.
far back.
Sorry, it was the 19th century. He was a
Right.
proponent. He used to, he invented the light bulb and then
Right.
sort of electricity and power stations and things like that. Huge industrial moves.
What's this 20th century thing? Have you come to the conclusion that Antonio knows no one from...
No, because
No, I just said last time that I wasn't interested in history before the 20th.
And you had a book called The History of the 20th Century.
But he wouldn't go a day earlier.
No, that's right.
No.
We're trying to explain how everything might have an effect. And not might, does. And is history for a reason. And that's why it's like, no, it's too far back. Are you ready, Tone?
Yeah, go for it.
Then it's time for a question of Tone. This one comes from Justin. Well, the first one comes from Justin. Next one comes from Stephen in Cardiff. He's 28. That's all he wrote.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Stephen, Cardiff, 28. Nice.
That's all you need to know with a guy like him.
Yeah. I don't... You immediately know Steve.
Straight down the line.
Like
But he's
that.
quite deep.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
This one not so deep. This is more of a challenge. Can you name 5 historical figures from before the 20th century?
Right.
Is that too long, that question? Did I dwell on
Okay,
did I
these
say
are going to be
the
really,
20th?
really simple. Just throw them out, just pull them out of the bag. We'll go with...
This is piss easy, mate.
Go with Moses.
Go on, 5 now.
There's
dude.
no
There's
proof.
There's no way.
Proof that Moses even
Oh,
existed.
Fine. Jesus Christ.
Not having that either.
No.
Julius Caesar.
Great.
Yeah.
Good one.
So does that count as my first one then, does it?
That does,
Yeah.
yeah. You can't have Jesus.
Julius Caesar.
Yep.
Why not?
We'll go with
You can have Jesus then if you struggle.
we've
We've got the same
King-
initials so far as well.
King
JC's.
King George.
God, well, I know you've just said a king and a name, like. You don't know, but you've just gone with the king of the name.
Why isn't King George the one that fought the dragon? Like the believed to have fought the dragon? Or am I wrong with
Why are they all mythical? Why are you going for this?
Why is there like...
Historical figure, Thumbelina?
Oh, for fuck's
Yeah.
sake! Right, okay, so I've only got one still.
And are you
Julius
thinking
Caesar.
of the Julius Caesar in the Asterix comics? Because that doesn't count either.
Right.
Start from the beginning. You've got Julius Caesar.
Yeah.
And you can have Jesus.
You can have Jesus if you're struggling, mate.
Okay. And we'll go with.
Tone.
We just named...
Come on, man. You were on good lines with what you were thinking before.
What? Why can't I think of anything? Okay, we'll go with Christopher Columbus.
Nice. Well done.
We'll go with.
What, the director of Home Alone? Does it count?
I'm trying to think, dude. Just leave me be a minute.
This is going to make really interesting listening.
I know.
Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah.
Nice.
You can't have Jesus now that you're on that sort
No,
of
you're
line.
not,
Do you know what I
yeah.
mean?
So Julius Caesar.
Think what you said before.
Christopher Columbus.
What did I say before?
Abraham Lincoln.
King George.
Yeah, Queen Elizabeth.
Okay. Queen Elizabeth.
The second. Why are you looking at that for?
Because
That's
you
why
can't
I
say
Queen Elizabeth.
you can't say Queen Elizabeth for the same reason you can't say King George,
Yeah.
who fought a fucking dragon. Now there have been kings called George.
The historical.
Several.
Yeah, yeah.
He said the historical figures. Oh fucking hell.
Why don't you just...
Elizabeth
anyway,
II
why don't you
and
say
anyway.
Elizabeth the First
Elizabeth II is the current.
is the current queen.
Right. Okay.
She's not that old.
Right, there we are then. No then.
Yeah. You tell yourself no.
Oh god, who else?
Who have you got? You've got Julius Caesar. You've got
Abraham Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln.
Christopher
Christopher
Columbus.
Columbus. So you need two
Two more historical figures.
Pre-1900.
Yeah.
So they got to have died.
And in fact,
before,
no,
yeah.
because you've had so long, you're not having any royalty now. You're not having any of it. Two more.
Robin Hood.
Can we?
It's too fictional.
Robin Hood, there's something you
There's a
mentioned.
really... I think what you're not doing is you're not thinking... What is it called? Laterally?
I'm not.
Logically?
I don't think you're thinking.
For some reason, I've got no names.
Composers.
Oh yeah.
Famous artists, famous composers, famous, you know...
Politicians. You
Yeah,
had Abraham Lincoln,
You know?
mate.
Yeah,
think of
just,
famous-
just do other famous presidents of the US.
Yeah. Well, we'll just go with Picasso.
Not really.
No, that's too early. It's too modern.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah,
Oh,
I think they've got to be dead prior to 1900, I would say.
oh, hang on a minute. Who's that? That other one. Van Gogh
Okay. Vincent van Gogh,
What's his
yeah.
fit-
and
One more, mate.
one more.
This is painful, Tom.
I know it is. Oh god. Alexander the Great.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
There
Well
you go.
done.
There you go.
Good. So we got there in the
Awesome.
end. Well done, Tone.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, Tone, this is from Stephen in Cardiff. Fucking hell.
How old's Stephen?
He's 20, does it say? 28. He's from
28.
Cardiff. Could be a
Sorry, you're
surname,
gonna
of
edit that
course.
together, it's gonna sound like I said them a lot quicker. So.
It will sound like you said them a lot quicker. Not quickly. It will sound like you said them a lot quicker, though. Tone, is it always best to tell the truth? From the gas card fiasco, we know.
Yeah.
No.
It's not always best to tell the truth.
No.
When is it better to lie?
When it's sometimes it's appropriate to lie if you don't want to offend someone or if you don't want to get into any kind of confrontation with someone.
So, if you don't, you lie in court if it would avoid confrontation or if it would offend, if it would.
No, well, no, that's different, isn't it? Well, in
Is-
court
is-
you would lie. In court you would lie if you didn't want to get into trouble for something you know you've done.
Is
So
that
that's-
acceptable?
He's bang on. No,
That's
no. He's true. A lot of people have done that, and it's been documented. A lot of people, when they go to court and when they're threatened with jail, they lie about what they've done. Because some of them have done it, like definitely.
I think it's alright to lie as long as you're not like lying to like actually cause any problems for someone.
But it might unintentionally.
If
cause
you're
problems for
lying in a
somebody.
sly way, that's going to create like problems.
What if, right?
What's the worst?
Your grandma's lying there and she's like, oh,
That's a good one.
You're going to France. And he's like, yeah. And he's like, oh. Or in your case, Italy, I guess. You're going to Italy. Oh, you've got to go and put some flowers on my mum's grave. Please, I haven't been able to go, and I want to do it. You know.
I would go, mate.
And
I
you
would
go,
say
no,
that.
no,
Antonio would
wait,
definitely
wait,
go if
no,
that was the
no,
circumstances.
No, wait. And you go to Italy, right? And all of a sudden, this huge party happens with like major celebrities, everyone you love, like the cast of Lord of the Rings is there, cast of Star Trek is there. They're all there at the airport, and they just go over to you and they go, "Oh man!" They go, "Just come with us now." Like, well, this is gonna be the best party ever. You get in the limo and you're like, "I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow." And then they fly and the party goes wild, and you wake up like 2 days later and you've got to get your flight home. You haven't put the flowers on the grave. She'll never know, and she goes, "Antonio, did you?" Did you put the flowers on my mum's grave?
Gee.
What would you say?
Oh, Jay, well, you faced me with a real dilemma there.
It was amazingly detailed, wasn't it?
It was good.
Well,
real.
from the
All the way
moment,
down to grandmother's voice.
from the moment the cast of Lord of the Rings appeared to tell me that I needed to go join them at a party, I knew I was doomed to go and definitely end up having to lie.
Yeah, it was
Say
great
that
as well. The
people-
party was, man. You got loads of photos of you
Oh,
with him. You know,
yeah.
you can't show your
Oh,
nan,
God.
obviously.
But would you lie, or would you say I didn't do it, Gran? I went, but then I got carried away.
Snorting coke with Peter Jackson.
Yeah, now we're libelous, I think.
Peter Jackson.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now you're worried about slander, don't you?
Yeah.
No, dude. Oh God, that is something else. I think I'd definitely go to the party and then just be late getting back. I'd still do the flowers on the grave afterwards and just be
No,
late
no,
getting back.
no, that isn't the question. That isn't the question. The question is, if you fail, that's it, that's a given. You fail to do it, would you lie about it? She'll never know that you didn't
Yeah,
do
I would lie about it. No, I wouldn't. Actually, no, I'd tell the truth and then go do it at a later date when she died.
It has to be the 15th.
Yeah, it has to be. It was her birthday.
No, I would say no, I have done
day,
it, and then
a
just
day
say to
later
myself,
would
well, I'm going
be
to go back
a
and do
moment
it.
past midnight would be a disgrace and a besmirch on our family that would never leave, not for 1,000 years.
No,
So you could even go and do it the day after, but you would have to lie.
I
so-
reckon I would genuinely lie and say I'd done it, knowing that in my head I was going to make a point of going back and doing it. Anyway, that's what I do.
Like that
Anyway.
fiver that you've given back from that gas card.
Yeah.
I'd make a point of going and doing it. At
Yeah, well,
a
mate,
later
on
date.
principle, there was no way I was giving that fiver back, because at the end
Well,
of the
they owe you
day,
a
at the end of the day,
fiver.
I was right. You should have believed me. I did give him a 10. So.
Yeah, dude, if everyone
That
applied that customer is right, people would just
Well,
steal.
Yeah,
I
but
can't
dude,
wait to go to
dude,
your
yeah, but
shop.
Hang
Pay for
on,
this,
hang on a
customers
minute.
want
Hang on a minute. At the end of the day,
Yeah,
when
I-
he checked his takings, right, he would have known he was £10 over, and he would have thought to himself, he would have thought to himself, how's this happened? And remembered me going in there and that whole conversation we had about.
Oh, I don't think he'd have forgotten that. I think
Yeah,
he'd be laughing
and
all the
so
way to the bank with your
made
tanner.
a decision there and then to not ever tell me when I walked back in the shop that I was right and that he owed me a tenner. So he's an asshole.
Yeah,
So am I though.
Dude, I'm with you, mate.
But his
I'm totally with
His is
you.
worse. 'cause
Not
his is
really,
10.
not really. His is worse.
Customers
Because
always
he
right.
doesn't believe he's done it.
That's
Whereas
right.
you knew you'd done it.
I knows he knows on about the takings. But if you say the customer's always right, and like I can't wait to go back to your shop, mate.
Yeah, I know. No
I'll take-
one's paying for fruit and vegetables
Yeah,
anymore.
I'll take these 3 bananas. That's a whole bag of shopping. I'll take these 3 bananas. How much is 3 bananas?
Because that's all that's in the bag.
Yeah, it'd be about £1. Right, here's £1.50. Don't
No,
worry about the
dude, what you
change.
don't think is if the customer's convinced they're right and you
Oh, no, I'm
don't let them
convinced
have
that
their
these are
way, they're not
free
going to come
bananas.
back. So you've lost them for good.
Do you classify sometimes not telling the truth as telling a lie? So say you went back and he went, oh, here's that tenner. I'm really sorry. I checked CCTV and I did take it off you. You got anything you'd like to confess?
No, not telling the truth isn't telling a lie. Not telling the truth is withholding information. Telling a lie is making make another assumption. Sorry, I wanted to nip back quickly and talk about Thomas Edison.
Oh yeah.
We went on a bit of went off on a bit of a tangent, but only to say about there was a competition. Well, not so much a competition, more of a fierce rivalry between AC and DC. Alternate current
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
direct current.
I thought you meant half and half of the band.
Yeah. That's why one of them's left, and that's why one of them died. There was a huge propaganda war, and it was mostly Edison on one side. Now, direct current wasn't as good as is it alternating current?
Alternating current.
Alternating current could be taken further afield. It could run on cheaper wires. Edison said that it was way more dangerous. The fact is that the frequency that alternating current operates at is more than likely to give somebody a heart attack if they were to be exposed to it. But they're in wires and stuff, so they were just about as safe as each other. To the point where he asked cities that he was travelling to, really famous Thomas Edison in his day, man, known to be a genius.
Yeah.
And they take stray cats and dogs and electrocute them with alternating current to prove how dangerous it was. He was involved in the design of the electric chair using alternating current for that very reason.
way.
And he used to call being electrocuted being Westinghoused, because Westinghouse was the name of his rival. Turns out that it turns out that the propaganda war was semi-successful and loads of big cities used it, but alternating current was used widely after, so he kind of wins, but not at the time. Edison was, like I say, really famous, loaded as well, so he was able, to just push this direct current. He executed an elephant with electricity. An elephant had killed. It was a circus elephant. It had killed her trainer. So they used to hang elephants as well.
What?
Yeah, they used to hang elephants, but they electrocuted this one with alternating current just to prove how dangerous it was. Thomas Edison, genius, bit of a wanker.
Yeah. Yeah, just a bit.
Hang on, right?
I will prove to you electricity is bad by killing this elephant.
I know this isn't a comment on the actual the point of what you were saying, but hanging elephants? Why hang them?
So
If they mean disobedient,
they stole with their trunks.
the Great Peanut Robbery
Yeah.
of 32.
Yeah.
No, just thinking, surely there's an easier way of killing an elephant.
You'd
than
think, wouldn't
hanging
there?
it.
Yeah. Imagine the gallows that they have to make. What
Yeah.
sort of stool would the elephant be made? Well, it's used to it if it's working in the circus, but
Yeah.
that's how they do it. They just say it was part. They just do it from the trapeze.
How else
It's
would
a
you
different
kill it
time,
back
mate.
then? No guns.
Well,
Dude, this
back
was at the same
when
time
was
when you
this?
could go and see like a dwarf in the circus. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there was guns.
Yeah, but
though.
dude, that doesn't mean
They
that.
could have shot it in the head.
Yeah, they could have shot it in the head, but you'd need an elephant gun.
What? What?
They probably didn't
They're
know
quite-
that human bullets, could kill animals. They thought they needed a special bullet to take an elephant down.
That's
So
why the
it's
elephant gun was invented.
Hung them.
It's just crazy, mate. I'm trying to picture an elephant. Like when you said for the last couple of seconds, I've been trying to picture an elephant hanging.
When I imagine it
With a
with
noose around
an
it.
orange in its mouth.
Oh,
What have you got there, Ken?
Ken's just showed me a picture of an elephant being
hanged.
hung off
Hanged.
the end
On
of
a
a crane.
On a crane. That's how they did it.
Oh
On
god.
a crane.
Why?
It would probably have killed a trainer or something like that after the trainer would stub cigarettes
Yeah,
out
that
and
doesn't mean it
punched
has
in
like
the
a
fucking head.
capital punishment.
It did in them days, mate.
It's
We're talking
fucking
about
weird,
no,
isn't
it's way too recent, as you say. We're talking about
Why?
a time where
Just
you
because-
could see deformed people in the circus.
Do you reckon they've done that because they know that elephants are actually really intelligent and have emotions and all, so they know that they could
Okay,
proper
they are
take-
intelligent. No, they don't have emotions.
Her trainer probably deserved to fucking die.
They
I'm
like
sorry,
it.
but I'm glad she fucking
Exactly.
killed
Like.
him. Even if
It's
it
an
did,
emotion, isn't it?
No.
even if it did mean poor Mary's death, which is the name of this elephant
Oh,
in the picture,
poor Mary.
I'm glad that she fucking killed her trainer before they hung her.
Yeah,
So
it's a disgrace.
Yeah. And that elephant they found hanging in that closet in that hotel room.
and in that same year
The
they released
orange in its
Dumbo
mouth.
probably.
Orange in its mouth. Yeah. Big massive pair of tights on.
I've seen that video of an elephant painting. So, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that.
They
yeah.
say it's amazing, shows this wicked intelligence in elephants, like, it's absolute shit.
We went to a conference which was about alternative ways in educating children and stuff, and
Yeah.
they showed that video, and then they asked for people's responses, and to be fair, you got it straight away. Like lots of people were like, "Oh, it's amazing, it's expressive, and all this kind of thing," and like the elephants, like emoting and all that kind of thing. Me and you spoke straight away. We knew that it was the elephant had been trained by being kind of beaten and stuff, and
Well, not necessarily being. It's trained to respond to movements on its ear by the trainer. So there's always a trainer next to it, and they're always sort of tugging the ear to sort of and they've been taught to do that shape.
yeah, they've been taught to paint that thing, and it's just a trick.
So on that note of elephant intelligence slander, I'd like to really thank my co-participants for this week: Justin Cliff,
Thank you, Dan.
Antonio Romola,
Cheers.
and Kenneth Trainer.
Thank you very much.
As always. If you want to get in touch with us about anything, your nominations for Hero or Cunt of the Week, your best and worst things of the week, you can win stuff like people did on the live podcast that you'll never hear. So yeah, keep going. And we've got last 7 t-shirts now to give away. So that's what you'll win. Every contribution that we deem worthy will win a last 7 podcast t-shirt. It's got our mascot on it, Richard.
Excellent.
You'll see Richard when he appears in your mailbag.
So anyone writing in now has to say what t-shirt size they want and include the postal address.
Yeah, Stephen 28. If that's not your chest size, mate, and I hope it's not, you'll win one straight away. How's that? Say that, Stephen 28 from Cardiff. Bring it on.
Nice one, Stephen.
Cheers, Steve.
What size is he?
I don't know. This isn't. We're not live.
Who's gonna pay for all these t-shirts? Fucking
Should be a text, mate. Yeah, be a text when you're out. Oh, Ken, if you wouldn't mind just picking up a couple of last 70 t-shirts on your
Yeah.
May not be